Hello everyone, today we're going to learn how the X-ray tube works. First of all, we need to know what are X-rays. X-rays are high energy electromagnetic radiations. What does electromagnetic means? Electromagnetic means they have electricity and magnetic field. B represents magnetic field and E represents electricity. So these high energy electromagnetic radiations are very helpful in medical imaging. We'll discuss that in later lectures. So first of all, we'll need to know what are the basic components of X-ray tube. So X-ray tube consists of external components and internal components. So for external components, X-ray tube has lead housing and Pyrex glass enclosure. I'll tell you the reasons of using Pyrex and lead enclosure in here. Now, internal components. What are the internal components of X-ray tube? Most important, the cathode, then anode, focusing cup, cathode is basically a filament. So anodes are of two types, which are stationary and rotating. Mostly we have rotating anode. This rotating anode is because of less heat production, as the target area is not the same always. In case of this rotating anode X-ray tube, we also have an induction motor inside the X-ray tube or attached to it. So these are the basic things present in the X-ray tube. So now let me check what is cathode made up of. Cathode is basically a filament which is made up of tungsten. This use of tungsten specifically is because of its high melting point, its high heat conduction, and its low vaporization on high temperature. So these are the basic three reasons why we use tungsten in cathode of X-ray tube. Basically, a process known as thermionic emission produces electrons in the cathode. This thermionic emission is basically on giving current to the cathode of or tungsten filament of the X-ray tube, temperature rises. This rise in temperature causes the release of high energy cascade of electrons. Anode of the X-ray tube is mostly made up of tungsten as well. As I've told you, we have rotating and stationary anodes. Both have the same function, despite of the reason that one is different from the other is that anode, that is rotating anode, does not have the same target every time, which leads to a better maintenance of the structure and low temperature increase of the anode. Now, let us check what structures have what functions. So first of all, we'll see about the glass or metal enclosure. So the glass metal enclosure basically maintains the structure of X-ray tube. Mostly Pyrex glass is used to form the X-ray tube as it can sustain high temperatures. We have lead shielding or lead enclosure around the X-ray tube, which is basically to avoid radiation leakage from the X-ray tube. Then we have anode, which produces the electromagnetic radiations known as X-rays. So first of all, what happens is we have cathode, which is made up of tungsten, is provided with electricity. It produces high energy beam of electrons in a evacuated or vacuumed tube, which move towards the anode, strike it, and produce X-ray radiations. The use of tungsten is because of its low vaporization at high temperatures, its high atomic number, its high melting point, and its high conductivity, thermal conductivity. We have a focusing cup here along with the or besides the cathode, which also has filaments inside it, and the cup is made up of aluminium. Aluminium is basically a low atomic number metal. This focusing cup does what? Is that it focuses the electron beam towards the anode. I hope you understood the basic concept of X-ray tube. Next, detailed discussions will be held in next videos. Thank you.